Welcome tonight to our TMBT Media Las Vegas podcast, Globe Warriors. And tonight we are excited to have one of our favorite players, but even better, one of our favorite people. We have Shykeem Jackson live from Miami, Florida. Shykeem, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, how's everything going, young fella?
Going pretty good. Just about to get on the road in a minute. Get where I need to be.
Good, man. Well, first off, congratulations. I think are in order. As we all know, you have we have received confirmation that you will be traveling to Argentina coming up this Wednesday. So, congratulations. It sounds like your hard work has paid off, and you are on your way. Tell me how it feels. Tell me, kind of talk to me about the whole situation, the whole mindset, and just what it's like to get that call. Of course, we're talking to Shykeem Jackson, one of our TMBT Pro clients from Pensacola, Florida, Crestview, Florida. He signed with us in November in 2018. So talk to us a little bit, Shykeem, about your process and coming aboard, maybe with hopes to inspire some other young men.
Well, me being me, I was on the internet searching for some way, somehow, to go overseas playing basketball. Like, there's a lot of people out there that try to get your money. I ran into those. I ran into building on the thing. I signed up for a little program. He got me over there in Argentina in January. Did my thing, did what I could do. Had a couple teams who wanted me to play, but for some family issues, I had to come back to the state. Back in the state, I worked, did what I had to do, maintain focus, and sometimes feel like you're down. You got to remind yourself to keep pushing. So I kept pushing myself. Prayed up, stay prayed, giving God all the glory. But then I went to London for a couple of weeks. I played a little program made over there. Yeah, I called Milton while I was over there. He said he was gonna try to get me back over there later next month. And then he said, give me a call saying team of interest. And I figured they would have head off.
Right.
That was it.
And it was that simple. It sounds simple. Sorry, it's quite a process, but it sounds simple because we're here, and we are in the process of getting you there now. We see the finished product, and so it's one of those things that very few people, of course, know what it takes to become a pro player and to just have that mindset, right? So let's kind of go back. Let's take the people back. In November, before you signed with me, like you said, I think you had some other people you were dealing with that weren't honest, and then, like you said, you kind of stumbled across us. Just kind of talk to us a little bit about your journey. Let's go back to your youth again. I know you've been on the show before. For our listeners that have heard you before, but let's go back. Let's go back to when you were a youth and talk to us about what it took to be from Crestview, Florida, and to want to play basketball like all kids do. Tell me about what it's like growing up in Pensacola, Florida.
Well, in a little town, Crestview, Florida, ain't too much. It ain't too small either. It's pretty nice downtown. Yeah, like in every place you go, you're gonna have the rough places, and you're gonna have the nice places. But growing up, either sports or in the streets. You really like going where you ain't have nobody like, in my family, like you like a lawyer or doctor, or want to be a lawyer or doctor is always sports. You weren't doing sports, you was in the streets. And I took the sports route. Growing up, just outside all the time. There's never was in the house like kids these days, sit in the house. We were always outside. We couldn't go inside. We came inside, we got to stay inside and clean up. But, and the crazy thing about it, growing up, I really didn't play basketball a lot. Like, I was like a really late bloomer. Like, I played basketball since I was 6, but as far as like training and all that, I really didn't do it. I was outside, basically in the woods, riding go-karts, four-wheelers. That's it. But it wasn't until I got to like, I'd say, middle school when I started doing AAU. And I worked on, I had my dad, he was champion, but probably like personal trainer, I never had none of that. It's always my dad. The coach played for high school. I played my grade year, I was freshman. Got a chance for JV, but I had got muscle back spasm. Couldn't even play the last 2 games of the JV game. My 10th, 11th, and 12th, I moved up to varsity, where I started my grade year, grade, 12th grade. And like for me, like I wasn't a good, like the best, like student, like as far as book wise, like. To be honest with you, it didn't feel I couldn't do it. Like I could do it, but I chose not to do it. But I just did the bare minimum to manage, which I look back, I should have done more. But anyway, after my 12th grade year, I really didn't have no place to go. So I walked on to my JUCO, Northwest Florida. Walked on for a semester. Got offered a scholarship the next semester. That year we went to national finals. We was running up. So next year I still had my scholarship. We went back to the national runner-up. So we went back-to-back national runner-up at JUCO. I took some visits, just a couple schools that I came up on University of Montebello, Alabama. Where I continued my basketball from 2013 to 2015. We went back-to-back Sweet 16 runner-ups. Should have won that last year. Got a chance to play Kentucky when they had Julius Randle. So after my basketball, I had like choice. I could have started to go to basketball right when I finished, or I could have finished school because I had a year like some change left for school. So I chose to finish school. So my next year, I was like, man, I can't come back and be like a regular student. Like, no half the year be feel weird. So I ran track. First time I ran track. It was pretty fun. I did pretty good at some school records. For the first time I ever run track ever in my life, I was pretty good. But 2016 I graduated. 2017 I took a break. Not really took a break, but like I really didn't try to do that because I didn't know where to go as far as trying to get overseas. 2017 I worked. In 2017 I worked all year. Then I think I started working in November because I was supposed to go move in to Cali with my cousin and one of my friends. But it came back this way, so that didn't happen. So that's when one of my close friends from Montebello, he was trying to become an agent. So he took me to Vegas. So he helped me out with the project, took me to Vegas. I did a little Euro account. It was pretty decent. Yeah, my thing, I was like easy top 3 performers. Got a little people talk to me, but it wasn't that major. Yeah, that was 2018 year. Yeah, a couple months later, that's when I ran into Milton. We talked, my agent, whatever, he talked to my friend, paid a little fee, and he said we was going to a tour in Argentina in January. So, got my mind right, started training even harder, working harder. Argentina went to Espanol, which it was the best thing ever, like, first time really on a real, like, training with a real professional team. They did 2 days, it was well worth it. Went to the tour and we went to Chile. We won the whole tournament. I got MVP. did pretty good. Well, I feel more than good. And after that, came back home. Like I said before, came back home for the family stuff. Still training, still trying to maintain focus. Sometimes, some days people don't feel like working out. You gotta sometimes give your body a break. So I gave my body a break, but I still maintain it. And then I prayed up, and then like I said, I went to London, and then now we're here, ready to leave next week.
Man, that's first of all, I want to say thank you for believing in us. That's big, especially for you being from that first group that we sent in 2019, and you are the shortest player from that group, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys that went on that group, Shykeem Green, Mike Henry, those guys are 6'7", 6'8". But Shykeem Jackson, 6'2", got the MVP of our tournament that we had in Chile. That says a lot. I have to be honest. I was very impressed by that, but I don't know, and you and I have talked about it before and after doing, and I always told you that I thought that would really pay off at some point in time, that a guy your size being able to score like that, you impressed and had quite a few people calling on your behalf. Like we know, you had some family obligations that you had to come back to the United States to deal with. So that's something that I applaud you for doing, because you had at least 5 to 6 offers for personal workouts, and you chose to come back home to put your basketball career on hold. So that says a lot about you, young man. That says quite a bit about you and what you believe in. Family first, right? And as you know, when you do great things for people, God has a way of doing great things for you. So you've been blessed for our players, for our TNBT pros that have a chance to talk to Shykeem, or for you young men, our TNBT youth, that we always use our pros to encourage and to give them guidance. Reach out to Shykeem. We'll ask you, Shykeem, to just call out your social media handles, all social media that you have, everything you have, email. You don't have to give your phone number, but so that some of our youth and some of our pro players that will probably want to get in contact with you to ask you, how's everything going? What's your process? How can I be like you for our youth? Hopefully that will be calling. Share with us your social media, Shykeem Jackson. Hey, Shykeem, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good.
The guy, my Twitter is either guy_20, which I really don't be on there a lot. But as far as social media I do be on is, I got my Instagram, it's Shykeem20, SHYKEM20, and then for Facebook is Shykeem Jackson. And Snapchat, you got Snapchat, it's the same thing as my Instagram, Shykeem20. Everything is simple. Nothing different.
Very simple. Very, very good. Continue, man. I want you to talk more about yourself, and I want you to be an inspiration, which you are. For those people that don't know this young man, he is very spiritual. A very spiritual young man, very serious, very hardworking young man. Everything that we've gotten back has been A+. And so, believe it or not, that good word spreads. It spreads about you. And so for the way that you conducted yourself with Coach Bolte, and the way that you conducted yourself within that club, at the dining facility, at the gym, in the airport, we didn't get any negative feedback from you. And so I really want to say thank you to you and that group, Keith Jackson and those guys, Shykeem Green, those guys that went down, they really carried themselves and represented our brand in a positive manner. So I really want to say, you hear me say this to you all the time. Thank you for being you, man. The type of kid you are. I think big shouts out goes out to your parents, because you clearly were raised the right way and know how to represent your family and your team, your brand. So it means a lot to be able to help you get to where I know you want to be. Sometimes I check in on your Instagram, your IG, and you're out there shooting basketball at 11:30 at night once you get off. That means you love the game. Talk to me a little bit about your day. It's like you get home from work and then you go out and shoot basketball. Explain to me, or explain to our listeners, our youth, our players, what your day consists of now and how you still find time to get your work in and to work on your craft.
Well, there's gonna be days where you ain't gonna have that much time. So whenever you do get in the gym, you have to be in the gym for 3 hours, like most people want to do. Be on the gym 3 hours, going live, doing nothing. I really go in the gym in an hour. I shoot over 1,000 shots on the gun and be done. That's me, not just shoot me. But I guess right now, I go in Miami. I'm looking for somewhere to play ball, but I still got like basketball. I dribble outside or something. It's always something you can do. You don't always need a basketball to practice. It's always other things, just shooting the ball, working your defense without a ball.
Correct.
Correct. Normal day where I go working at 2. Some days I go work out before. I go to work at 2:30 p.m. But most time when I couldn't, I go to the little park up the road from my house. When I get off, I get 10 at night. But it ain't no excuse. That's if it's a tornado outside, a hurricane.
Hey, those guys that think like that are rewarded for thinking like that. And so, tell us a little bit about your preparation. I know you are in the process now of pushing down towards Miami. So you are in the process of going from Pensacola, Florida, down to Miami, Florida, where you will be leaving on Wednesday. I don't know. Give us I think you're driving, you're flying some. Give us an idea of how this entire trip, because it has already started for you, and we wanted to capture that part of it. You pushing towards Miami and getting ready to take off to go overseas. We'll lose contact with you, of course, once you cut the airplane mode on your phone. But you know the drill. Once you get to Buenos Aires, we will be waiting to hear from you once you connect to that Wi-Fi. Hey, the good thing about it is you've been to Argentina before. You stayed for pretty close to a month. So you are a veteran, but you're not. But I'm glad you had that experience. I'm glad that you chose to go down with us and kind of like you said, understand what it is to practice with these guys, man. These guys take it very seriously. They practice twice a day. It's a way of life. And for those young men that, of course, will be traveling down with us, they will have to see for themselves. It's something that I can't explain. You can't explain to them. They have to see for themselves. And they have to be sore and not want to get up the third day or the fourth day. But you have to get up, man, and you have to go and show what you're about, because every day there's 2-day practices. Either you're off, you got a game, or you got a 2-day practice. So talk to me a little bit about it's working out perfect, because you're going into a situation, even though you're not going to your city, you were based in Neuquén, Argentina before. You're going to Mendoza. Talk to me a little bit about just having been there and knowing what the airport is going to be like, knowing what the shuttle is going to be like to get to Aeroparque. Talk to us a little bit about that, and being a veteran, more or less, or being a veteran, even though you're 24 or 5 years old, you're still a veteran to the experience. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, first time I went over there, I was talking to you. The crazy thing about it, when I was talking to you, the phone was going dead.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So basically, I went outside, and I lost service. I ain't had no service. I ain't had Wi-Fi. I ain't had nothing. Basically, I had when I'm in this place, I don't know really much Spanish. Trying to find my way to the shuttle to get to the other airport.
Right. I remember, bro.
Like being media, I really don't go up talking to people. So I had to suck it up. Start acting, even though they don't know what I was saying. I can pull my phone out. I almost missed the bus. Luckily, I didn't. But once I got on the bus, it was cool until I got off the bus to the other airports, which was cool there too. But I had to get my other ticket, and I went to the wrong spot, and the woman didn't know what I was saying. Yeah, my phone about to die. And I was on the phone with Bill, and he helped me out. Some of my other teammates helped me out and pointed me in the right direction. Got my ticket, got on the plane, and once I got on the plane from there, it was like all smooth from there. Got a no can. And Coach Bodie, he took us from the airport, met my other teammate, Keith. And from straight off the plane, I went to practice, straight off the plane.
Straight off the plane. Go back. Repeat that for those guys that'll be traveling down with us. We don't have a lot of days, so we have to practice right off the plane. So you have to try to get your rest before you take your trip. You can't expect to get rest on the trip and party and hang out the night before. That's not how that works. Your body is going to be put under so much stress that it's very unlikely to find a young man that practices twice a day on basketball. That's highly unlikely. He may go once hard. He may go once for 4 hours, but to chop it up and go 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, as you now know, that's unheard of. Talk to me a little bit about your mindset, because you still were able to do. I think Keith Jackson had a hamstring pull. His body really kind of acted up once he got off the plane. I think he was a little dehydrated. He pulled something. What did you do before you travel? For those guys that are traveling, what's your regimen? What's your pre-flight regimen for your body so that you're not so dehydrated when you get there? What do you do?
The main thing I do, like I'm doing it as I speak right now. Well, I did it earlier. I just drank a whole bunch of water, electrolytes. I just drink. I won't be dehydrated, because I know once I got off that plane, I was going to be practicing or whatever. One thing you don't want to do is start cramping. So I just start filling my body up with fluid, eating banana and stuff like that, just to keep your body going.
Right. That's smart, man. That's the hustle. To me, you got to take care of what you're supposed to take care of. Your body, you can control it somewhat. Each person's body is going to react differently to travel. But we have to stay fully hydrated. Make sure we're eating things that won't dehydrate us, things that won't make you cramp up. Lots of fruit, lots of, I like to eat the granola mix. You can't be eating fried chicken and hamburgers and that kind of stuff, because it really costs you later on, as I'm sure you know. So if some of you guys that are going on our future trips are listening, please take heed to what Shykeem Jackson is saying. He's a veteran at traveling. So he just talk to me some more about what you plan on doing. You're going to be spending the night with family. You have family down in Miami, Florida. So you flew from Pensacola to Orlando, and then you will be traveling with some family down to Miami. So it sounds like it's going to be a family affair, with your family helping you and cheering you on and giving you positive energy. It sounds like that's going to be a great send-off for you.
Yeah, I flew from Crescent to Orlando. My cousin picked me up from the airport, and just me and my cousin were just chilling. And we about to get ready in a couple minutes to get on the road to go to Miami. So my old teammate, he stayed out there, so I'm staying from then to tonight to Wednesday.
Good, man.
Miami.
Good, man. That's a good thing. Florida, like you and I talked about, I didn't really know, but you were explaining the dynamic of Florida, and Florida is one of the biggest states, and so for you to travel from Orlando down to Miami, it takes a long time. Me right now, I'm currently in Richmond, Virginia, where I was born and raised, of course, and pretty small state. You can drive through, but Florida, just talking to people and looking on the map, it's a pretty big state, so it takes a long time to get there. My son also goes to school down there, so we understand. I'm glad that you're smart enough to know that you need to start pushing down early. That was one of the things that we talked about. So tell me some more about you signed with us on January 4th. You went down to Argentina for the first time on our trip. What did you expect? What had you heard? Because you really didn't know me at that time, so you were entrusting me to be who I said I was. What did you think? What went through your mind when you got on that plane to go? You said, hey, is this guy for real? Is he like the other guys that are getting scammed on the internet? Because I hear so many horror stories, man, of guys who call me and says, Coach, I've been scammed out of a lot of money, man. Guy said he was going to do this. I traveled down to Spain, and the guy, no one picked me up, no gym, no nothing. So take me back to January 4th when you traveled down. I think you and Keith Jackson were two of the first to get down, right? Who got down first? Was it you or was it Keith Jackson that got down first?
Keith got down first.
Okay. So you were talking to him. Explain that scenario a little bit to me. Explain to me what's going through your mind. Never met me never met me face to face. So you're going on some directions that I've given you. Tell me what's going through your mind.
It was basically like, shoot, I'm on the plane, like, it ain't no really turning back. Like, if it's a scam, whatever, I'm down here. Like, I gotta find a way.
Well, how about leading up to it? Of course, once you get on the plane, you're there, you're on there, you gotta go with the plane. But how about before you got on the plane? Did you have any apprehensions about getting on the plane? Like, man, is this guy real? Milton Bell, who is he? Hey, I don't know this old guy, man. Who is he? He says he played and he says he can do this. For those guys that are having the same feelings and haven't met me or haven't become clients yet, just take yourself back and help them understand who I am and what it is we do and how we have gotten to this point with you and I.
Well, basically, leading up to the point, like, I think it started in November, whenever we signed, we basically we'll Skype every 3 times a week up to the day.
Skype chat 3 times a week, correct.
So it basically like build your trust. Basically, talk to some coaches that was over there. So we talked to coaches. So like basically let them know like it's a go, it's real. Like I had like a couple people hit me up on Instagram asking about man, like is it for real? Like is it a scam? I'm like yeah, because most people I can see why. Because if you go on the line, like you got most people on the line, like I said, trying to scam you out of money, like trying to take somebody's dream, like and scam off of it.
Yeah.
We talked on the phone. It was basically like, hey, you go to Argentina, we bought the ticket, get on the plane, and go. So what happened, happened.
Right.
Basically, trusting somebody like you never met. So, hey,
and that's basically what it is. You're trusting somebody that you never met. But I don't know. Was it that I don't know. I'm just honored to have the guys that believe in me or believe in us, my company, my brand. I'm honored to have you guys believe in me, right? Because I'm humbled and honored that you guys would choose me to try to help you with something so important, right? And because the pro career of a basketball player is very short, so you gotta really know what you're doing and who you're following at an early age, man. You find so many people that follow the wrong people early, and it puts you behind. So Not to say that I'm the one to follow, but whoever it is, for those young guys listening, whoever you choose to follow, whether it's me or whoever, trust them and trust their process. That's one of the things that I honestly believe in. Talk to us a little more about your process, Shykeem. You went to our TNBT Argentina Combine in Neuquén, Argentina. Talk to me a little bit about Coach Botti and how that team in Espanol, and then traveling with your TNBT brothers, traveling over to Chile, winning the tournament. But not only winning the tournament, you at 6'2" getting MVP over some bigger guys. Talk to me a little bit about that experience.
Hey, Coach, I wish I was 6'2".
Huh?
I said I wish I was 6'2".
Well, hey, man, the way you shoot the basketball, man, you're a humble guy, man. People don't ask. You shoot the ball like you're 7 feet, man. You're a very good shooter. And so that's one of the things I appreciate about you is your humbleness. But, you play big. And so you have some guys at 7 feet that play small. Or you got some guys that small that play big. So that's a testament to the way you see the game and the way you see your way of impacting the game. Talk to us a little bit, man. Continue to talk. What else is going on? You getting calls from other players asking, "Hey, you leaving? Who'd you leave with?" How many calls you getting a day from family and friends and emails and stuff? What's your life like right now?
Well, the same. I got a lot of people just writing congratulations, guys, whatever. But for the most part, it's just normal. Basically, talking to people, they started writing. Like I said, but nothing really major, changing, very league. When I start playing, that's when it's gonna be real for me.
Right. Hey, you know how I always stay on you guys. I always stay on all of my guys about learning Spanish and Googling and Babbel and all of this stuff. So for you pros listening, for you TNBT pros listening, please, I see Larry Rivers has joined us. A couple of the other guys have joined us. Keith Jackson, those guys, all of our TNBT pros, Jordan Perry, Ty Macon, all you guys that will be traveling with our next trip. Jawan Wilson, Jeremy Block is also listening. Hopefully you guys will learn your Spanish and study it and try to, of course you will never be able to master it in the time that you'll be there, but you definitely want to be able to communicate. So I would scared to ask, but how's your Spanish been going? Have you been brushing up on your Spanish like I asked, or have you just been like, man, I'm just going to learn when I get there? How's your Spanish coming along in your process?
Your last option, what you just said.
Okay. Well,
I know how to say how you doing.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Right. Good.
I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I've been doing it. No, I haven't.
Good, man. Well, that's okay. The good thing is it's hard to ask someone, why would you learn Spanish when you're in your own country that speaks English? So I can promise you, I talked to Keith Jackson and Mario Butler and these guys about the same thing. Those guys, Isaiah Linton, those guys that signed before you. You'll pick up so much more by being there because you won't have an option. You won't have many people to speak English to. So the only thing you'll be able to speak and listen to and hear and speak back will be Spanish. So it's almost like throwing you in the deep end and, hey, man, you got to swim or sink, but you're a smart guy, man. Hey, man, I don't worry about you. You pretty smart guy. So for those guys that don't know, Shykeem Jackson, Pensacola, Florida, TNBT Pro, live with us. He is en route to Miami, leaving Pensacola, Florida, and he will be traveling from Miami to Mendoza, Argentina on Wednesday. So this will be part one of our Media Blitz with Shykeem. Of course, going forward, he will be doing a blog. He will be doing a TMBT blog, a vlog. Also, he will be going live on his. He'll be going live from our TMBT Instagram as well. So we have a lot planned for Shykeem Jackson. He's going to have a lot in front of him. He's going to have practice twice a day. He's going to have games, travel, but he will be logging in live from our TMBT Media Las Vegas Instagram. So for you guys listening, please stay tuned or check in with us for times that he will be live, kind of giving a play-by-play as to the life of Shykeem Jackson. Talk to me some more. We know you're in transit. We don't want to hold you but so long. This is part one of our interview, but just talk to me some more about your mindset going down there. Just talk to me about the build-up and the mindset that you have. And of course, it's different for you because you've already traveled down there. So it's not like you are a kid fresh out of college that don't know the country that you've been to, right? So the blessing is that you've had a chance to go there. You know that the people are very nice. You know that the food that you're going to be eating, because of course you and I talked about it before. I think you had some favorite foods when you were down there last time. I remember you really loving the food down there. One of the things I remember you raving about was the food. What's your favorite food in Argentina? What's your go-to food down there when you're in Argentina?
I have to say the chicken.
The chicken is incredible, isn't it? The
Yeah.
chicken is incredible. What else do you eat when you're down there? Do you eat they have so much stuff. Talk about the difference in food, the variety in food that they have down there.
I really like a pig eater, so I really didn't eat that much. I just really ate like the chicken, to be honest with you. Like, I tried some other stuff. I tried like a whole lot of stuff, like the different kind of burger. I had a burger for the first time with egg on it, Sunday egg on it. It's pretty good.
Right.
Like, as far as like all the other crazy stuff, I really didn't really get into all that.
Yeah, because they got some crazy stuff. You hit it on the head. They got some cow tongue and they got some other stuff, man, that I don't fool.
Yeah, they had the whole cow.
They cooked the whole cow. They really, but I'm glad that you got a chance to see the culture, because one of the things that I need my guys to understand, and one thing that I'm trying to teach my guys is to live somewhere for an extended period of time, you have to understand the culture, right? And so, of course, as you know, my projection or plan for all of my players is that you play until you're 40, 45 years old with the technology and all of this stuff that they have now. You guys should be able to play until you're 40, 45 years old, man. So you have to learn the culture, right? You have to create friendships and give off positive energy. And one of the best ways to give off and also receive positive energy is to know the language and to be able to speak to people. So it's just part of what I believe in, that I'm trying to build the perfect pro athlete. One who has, of course, all of my guys are educated. You all have come from colleges or universities. And we want to build on that. We want to build on, regardless of your color, race, religion, creed, whatever. We want to build on what your family has already set up. So clearly your family has set up an incredible base for you. We want to take it to the next level and create a basketball brand for you, to help you create your brand. That's essentially what we're trying to do. Talk to us a little bit, once again, while we're here. We want you to share your social media for those young kids that are listening, or those pros that are looking to play pro basketball, or for those young men that are looking to go to school, college, high school, for those that don't know what they want to do, and they have a chance to hear this podcast. I'm hoping that we are able to inspire you to do great things, whatever it is you're doing, basketball, football, education, on whatever your job is, be good at it, right? Share with us, Shykeem, your social media and your contact info, please.
Instagram is Shykeem20. My Facebook is Shykeem Jackson, and then my Twitter is TheGuy_20, which I really don't be on nothing like that on Twitter. The main thing I really probably be on, I say Instagram.
Okay, good. Talk to me a little bit and explain to our listeners about that group that you went down with. I still think, as far as this year, that group was the best group that we've had so far this year. Everyone has gotten jobs. Everyone has gotten looks. Everyone has been invited in for a private workout. Talk to us a little bit about your group that went down, the first group that went down. Talk about the chemistry, the brotherhood, your TMBT brothers. Talk to us a little bit about what that experience was like.
It was pretty cool. Meeting somebody, and the crazy thing about it, like, when we really started talking, like, for me, Mike, and Keith, it was like the main one I really could think about it. We all knew somebody of the same person, just from basketball. Like, as far as me and Mike, like, this dude, because he's from Buffalo, one of my brothers I call brother, that I used to hoop, that I met down in Chris for long. I knew him for long since JUCO days. He knew, like, like, close. And, like, it was the same thing, like, with Keith knew somebody I knew, or Mike knew somebody, Mario knew somebody. And then, like, Mario, he was from out of Arizona. Well, I think Arizona it was. But he was
Arizona.
From the field. And that's, like, right up the road for me. So it was crazy how stuff worked.
Right. Well, it's for anyone listening that does not believe that God plays a huge part in life and also in your pro basketball career. Sometimes things have a way of working themselves out, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing. That group, like we said, you went on to get MVP of that tournament and of that group. I wasn't surprised, but I was expecting. I don't know. I didn't know who was going to get MVP. What was your mindset? Talk to me. Let's go back to Chile. Let's go back. I think you went to Chile in January with our TMBT Chile group. Talk to us a little bit about what you guys did. What did you do there to prepare? Did you you got better? How did you get better? Weights, mentality.
I really just played my game. Played my game. The game will speak for itself. To be honest.
This is true.
No matter, somebody can tell you do something, do your game. If it ain't in you, you can't do nothing that you ain't trained for. So basically, I went in mindset like I'm just playing my game. I'm gonna play how I play.
Right. That's it. This is our TMBT Media Las Vegas podcast. Today we have Shykeem Jackson with us on our Globe Warriors podcast. Shykeem Jackson is in Miami, Florida. I am in Richmond, Virginia. He is traveling to Miami, or he is on his way to Miami to catch his flight that leaves on Wednesday, July 31st. And his ticket and his contract is for 4 months until December 7th. Talk to us, guys, or talk to us, listeners, Shykeem, about what that is like to prepare to be, or preparing to be mentally away from home for 4 months. Your plane ticket is for 4 months. Your contract is for 4 months. So talk to us a little bit about that mindset and what it takes to really want this and be able to sacrifice going out of your country to fulfill a dream and to also take care of your family?
Basically, I'm just ready to just play basketball. To be honest, I just see it as I'm just playing basketball like I went to college. Like, I'm just going out of the country. I just treat it like I'm in college, away from home. My mindset, I'm just like I said, I have the same mindset. Like I'm ready. Going over there to do what I do, play basketball, and get paid to do it, and try to make new friends.
Right. You said it best. And it's one of those things, man, where you can prepare your body, but you also have to prepare your mind. That's 101. You have to prepare your mind to be gone that long, to be ready to work that long. But the good thing is you have a great family. You have a great support system in your family down in Crestview, Florida. Talk to us a little bit about your family, man. Your family that holds you down, that you spend most of your time with back in Florida. Talk to us a little bit about them and how they give you so much positive energy and encourage you to continue and keep going.
Well, family, everything. They keep pushing me. They're the ones that believe in you when nobody else don't. Basically, like, hey, I wouldn't be here, like, if it weren't for my family. Like, to be honest with you, like, they sacrificed stuff to get me on that first trip. I ain't gonna say sacrifice, they helped. They did everything they could to make sure I go on the first little tour or whatever. But I always know my parents, they're always gonna be one call away.
That's the beauty about that's the beauty about having great parents, and that's the beauty of being a great parent is when your kids need you, wherever you are, wherever they are, parents are the best, parents are the best. I gotta ask you, what do you do? Because from what I understand and what I'm seeing and what I hear everyone talk about, you are a great shooter. I've seen it with my own eyes. What do you do to become a great shooter? What did you do to become a great shooter? For those young kids listening that want to change their shot or become a great shooter, what's the method to your madness to becoming a great shooter?
Hey, man, don't go to the gym and shoot 500. Go to the gym and make 500.
And repeat that for our listeners, for our young listeners that may not have understood what you're saying. Please repeat that, Shykeem Jackson.
Don't go in the gym and shoot 500. Go in the gym and make 500.
And there is a huge difference between shooting 500 and making 500. Thank you for clarifying that, brother. Thank you for clarifying that. Let's see. What do you have in your bags? I was a very light packer as a ball player. I try to tell all my guys don't take too much. But one of the things that you and I talk about is that when you went in January, it was summertime. When you're going back now in July, it's going to be really cold, my brother. What do you have in your bag? How does a guy from Florida? This is going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We got Mr. MVP Shykeem Jackson from Crestview, Florida. He's going to Mendoza, Argentina, and as of today, the temperature in Mendoza is probably going to be around 57, 40 degrees, 45 degrees. I'm looking at it now. Today in Buenos Aires, it was 55 degrees. What's the lowest that Florida, does it ever get down to 55 degrees ever?
Yeah, it get cold. People don't know that, but it get cold.
It gets down to 50 degrees in Florida. I did not know. My son tells me that all the time, but I always picture the...
People don't understand it. It get cold, man.
Man.
It get cold. It get under 50. At one point in time, it get down to the 30s at night.
Get out of here, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Let's see. Let's see if we can get you. See if we can get our brother Keith Jackson on here. I know that's one of your favorite guys. I sent him a. Are you still using your GPS?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we can get Keith Jackson in here, man, to kind of talk a little bit about who Shykeem Jackson is and just how much you mean to us, man. We let's see if we can get him in here. I know he's probably busy on today, but he if we could get him in here. I was talking to him yesterday, and he was very excited for you, man. All of us are excited for you, but those of us that know you really know that you're a great guy, man. You sat back, you came home. Huh?
I'm about to pull over the man. I got to find my charger.
Okay, that's fine. We're gonna be finishing up here in a couple minutes, man. We're trying to see if we can get Keith Jackson to join to say a few positive words to you. And you sat by, man. You cheered on everyone. You rooted for everyone. And now it's your time, man. You really were positive when those guys got jobs and you weren't able to. You had to go home and weren't able to continue on. You really rooted for those guys, man. Tell me what that was like, knowing that hey, these guys are getting jobs and I'm with the same group, but I have to go back home. And tell me what that was like for you.
I was happy for them. I knew my time was gonna come. I just gotta continue to be patient, whatever. But I was happy for that they got a job, whatever. But for the most part, it wasn't my time.
Right. Well, the good thing is I believe in karma, man. It's a team thing, you know. So I appreciate you being a team player, man. You always called and checked in on these guys and kept these guys going. So I'm sure you have and will be receiving an outpour of positive energy for your experience, man. You and I know that basketball will be what you make it. So if you go down there and you create a positive experience, it will be a positive experience. If you go down there and create a negative experience or listen to someone else's opinion of what Argentina is really about, no. And I need Shykeem Jackson to formulate his own opinion of what Argentina is about. Because clearly the country is going to be my experience and my players' experience are two different things. But we try to have my players' experience be as close to what my experience was. And I thank everyone in Argentina, all of our coaches, our staff, all of the guys I played with, played against. It's just a beautiful country, beautiful people. And so they respect hard work. And so I'm humbled and I'm humbled by the love that they show me. We're going to end here in a little while. Anything that you want to say? We got about 5 more minutes. We're going to wrap up here, coming up pretty soon of our part 1 with Shykeem Jackson. Any words you want to wrap up here with Shykeem? Anyone you want to thank or anyone you want to send a special shout out to here?
I thank my parents. I thank y'all, Milton Bell team, and thank God.
Yes, sir. Most importantly, man, we also here at the Milton Bell team, we thank you, brother, for being Shykeem Jackson. We thank your parents for raising a great young man that does what he says he's going to do. And when he says he's going to be at the airport to catch a plane, he's there. To catch a shuttle, he's there on time. So I appreciate you for being the person that we are humbled to have representing our company, man. It really means a lot to all of the young men that are listening, all of our TNBT pros. We are really blessed to have a great group of guys. That goes without saying, man. So whatever I don't know what it is you've been doing or who you've been listening to, man, but keep on doing it, brother. Keep on being you, man. Keep on being a good person, good player, good people person, and great things are happen, man. And as you can see, some of them are already happening. What's going to be the last thing that you're going to eat? I always ask guys this. What's going to be the last thing that you eat before you take off going to Argentina? Because, of course, the food that you'll be able to eat in the airport in America, that food in the airport or the food that you'll be running into in Argentina, totally different. What's going to be your favorite thing to have before you take off?
To be honest?
Yeah. Be honest.
I don't know. I'm just going to eat it. I really have that favorite, whatever's in that close, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah, hey, well, make sure you get you something healthy, because like we said, that last meal that you have before you get on that plane is going to be important to how your body reacts during that flight. So just kind of eat you something good, but eat you something healthy if you can as well, man. This is our TNBT Media Las Vegas podcast, TNBT Argentina. We have another trip coming up in August for our group. We're blessed to have people like Shykeem Jackson as part of our brand, MVP from Chile, Pensacola, Florida, lights out shooter. That's what I think of when I think of Shykeem Jackson. Lights out shooter, brother. So for all of our listeners tuning in, we want to thank you guys for listening to us, taking the time to be with us. This is part 1 of our interview with Shykeem Jackson. We will be having part 2 once he arrives in Argentina, Mendoza, and he gets set up. We'll be scheduling our part 2, as well as Shykeem Jackson taking over our TNBT Instagram. He'll also be taking over Facebook, so it'll be the Shykeem Jackson takeover while he's in Argentina. Thanks everyone for listening. We'll be talking to everyone soon.